In his book, The 12 Holy Nights and the Spiritual Hierarchies, Sergei Prokofiev describes how the constellation of Pisces is the gate through which the great sun being, the Christ, entered into earthly existence, and also the gate through which the awakened sun man in the human soul will ascend, and Christ will shine again like a sun in the free and fully conscious human soul. Pisces, then, is the starting point for our journey through the circle of the zodiac during the holy nights, and the virtue associated with the fishes is magnanimity. Magnanimity is the balancing point between a soul that is too narrow and self-interested, and a soul that expands excessively beyond the realm of truth into deception or grandiose fantasies. The image from magnanimity is the Grail Queen. The Queen of the Grail, in her selfless presence, radiated magnanimity to all who sat at the banquet table. Magnanimity is the ability to fully experience the spirit of the other. This awareness of the other fosters responsibility for the free spirit within all individuals that ultimately evolves into a community of love and generosity. The word magnanimity comes from two Latin words, magna meaning great or big, and animus meaning soul, but also breath and life. The word animal comes from the same root, a creature that lives and breathes. Normally our soul is hemmed in by barriers of egotistical sympathies and antipathies. We make judgments about people, things and situations all the time, and this determines the way we react or respond. The virtue of magnanimity urges us to move beyond these barriers, to expand the soul. Consider how a room of people is affected if someone bursts into tears. Take a moment to imagine that experience. What happens to you inwardly? Even unconsciously, the way in which our soul reacts is influenced by all manner of things, race, gender, appearance. If we know the person, we may already have judged them as someone who is always whinging or trying to gain attention. Fundamentally, there are two ways in which we may react in such a situation. We may fly over to the person, ask them what's wrong, make a fuss, and so on. We may withhold our attention, perhaps out of resentment, perhaps because we have made a negative judgment of the person, or maybe we are too overwhelmed by our own pain to send our heart out to another. Nonetheless, the crying person occupies the whole of our attention, and we are desperately trying to defend ourselves from it. Imagine you could dissolve the barriers of judgment and preference. Imagine you could send out your soul like a breath that will fill the available space. It is a welcoming breath, but not sympathetic. Imagine your breath encompassing the situation and just allows it to be. Eckhart Tolle talks about the pain body, an energetic entity composed of the residue of past pain that lives in us and creates and feeds off pain and drama in our life. Fighting, resenting, or trying to stop our pain creates more pain and drama. The only way to break the vicious cycle is to allow the pain to be, to witness it without trying to change it. In this way, the pain dissolves and the pain body diminishes. He also talks about a universal pain body shared by all human beings. It is possible, therefore, if a person is not able to do this for themselves, that the conscious presence or magnanimity of another can witness their pain for them. Ordinarily, our soul lives in a cage. The bars are composed of judgments, both positive and negative, old patterns of behaviour, the demands of our own pain body, hereditary and racial traits, expectations we feel beholden to, and so on. First, we need to turn our attention to the bars, our unconscious behaviour. As soon as we become conscious of that which is holding us back, the rigidity weakens, and with enough consciousness dissolves. Then we can send our soul out unfettered to fill the space around us, beyond us, as a magnanimous presence that allows everything and everyone to be. Meditations and visualizations. Pay attention to a single breath. Breathe it out and imagine its possible journey. Is it breathed by other people and animals? Is it transformed and renewed by a plant? Imagine dissolving the bars of the cage of your soul. Send your conscious presence to fill yourself, the room you are in, the building, and all the people in it, and keep on going. Can you reach the infinite realms? Spend some time contemplating the words selfless presence. Visualize yourself sitting at the Grail Queen's table. How did you get there, and what happens? Allow the story to unfold.